Hello. Make sure you follow and unmute. Hello, Facebook friends. Are we ready? We're being pulled in all directions these days. It's hard to know who and what to trust. I put these days in there twice. That is a lack of self-awareness. We will be talking about that today in depth. What is the state of your union? Recently, we had the State of the Union address by the president regarding our country. But if we break it down, it actually starts here at home. What is the state of your union? And then from there, it builds layer by layer. The state of the union of your family, the state of the union of your community, the state of the union of your state, the state of the union with your entire country. But sometimes we get stuck at the very top, the tippy top, instead of coming back down to where real change happens on the ground floor, which is with you. So let's get to it. Let's explore the importance, got to see my cup there, the importance of personal integrity in the state of your union. I have a speech by Washington that I shared recently here on Facebook. I got to look that up real quick. One thing I forgot to have ready to go here. So bear with me as I find this. Washington's farewell address. This was a revelation to me. I wasn't even aware that this existed until I saw it myself. And it's a lot of him making excuses of why he's not going to take on a third term as our first president. In fact, he took on a second term reluctantly. He's what you call the reluctant hero. Out of a sense of duty as a patriot, he took on that second term and cut off his retirement short because he really truly believed in this great nation, this young, yet to be proven nation. And we're still fragile to this very day. And that's why I came on here to address the importance of the state of your union as a reflection of the state of the union here within our country. So let me see if I can pull up here just the main points. This is all talking about it. But where is the actual... Explore the document, right? I don't want to read about somebody's opinion about the document. I like to go to the source. That's something that I teach my clients is go to the source. First of all, recognize that you are the source and to go to where it is that you trust that. What is this, the actual original thing? No, this isn't. This will not do. Transcript. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, bear with me. I'm scanning through here just to get to the real important stuff that I posted on Facebook. That, of course, got no traction because that's how Facebook operates, right? It's supposed to be all about meaningful conversations, but excuse me for being a little judgmental on the fact that Facebook thrives on birthdays and puppies and anniversaries and really doesn't get into things that are deep. That's why I'm here. That's what I want to share with you. So if you're here watching me, it's no coincidence. Something drew you here. So respect that and follow along. See what you actually can learn about yourself as a human being. My specialty is focusing on the fundamentals of being human. So here it is. The unity. I'm going to read, and Forgive my eyes from not being here with you on camera. I can move it over a little bit, maybe. That might help. The unity of our government, which constitutes you, one people, is also now dear to you. It is justly so. These are the words of George Washington, who we just celebrated his birthday. So it's perfectly appropriate. It is justly so, for it is the main pillar in the edifice of your real independence. The support of your tranquility at home, your peace abroad, and your safety, of your prosperity, and that very liberty which you so highly prize. But as it is easy to foresee that from different causes and from different quarters, much pains will be taken, many artifices employed to weaken in your minds the conviction of this truth, as this is the point in your political fortress against which the batteries of internal and external enemies will be most constantly and actively, though often covertly and insidiously, directed. It is of infinite moment that you should properly estimate the immense value of your national union to your, damn it, my screen saver came on. It is properly, excuse me here, that you should properly estimate the immense value of your national union to your collective and individual happiness, that you should cherish a cordial, habitual, and immovable attachment to it, accustoming yourselves to think and speak of it as a palladium of your political safety and prosperity, watching for its preservation with jealous anxiety, discontinence, whatever may suggest even a suspicion that it can, in any event, be abandoned, and indignantly frowned upon the first dawning of every attempt, indignantly frowning upon the first dawning of every attempt to alienate any portion of our country from the rest, or to enfeeble the sacred ties which now link together the various parts. For this you have every inducement of my sympathy and interest, citizens by birth or choice of a common country. That country has the right to concentrate your affections. The name of American, which belongs to you, in your national capacity, must always exalt the just pride of patriotism, more than any appellation derived from local discriminations. With slight shades of difference, you have the same religion, manners, habits, and political principles. You have, in common cause, fought and triumphed together. The independence and liberty that you possess are the work of joint councils and joint efforts, of common dangers, sufferings, and successes. I'm going to stop there and let you get the gist of that. The union that we have is what makes our country great. It is of utmost importance, and there are forces at work today to dismantle that union as if it was optional to this great nation, when in fact it is the very soul of this great nation. The ability to bring diverse peoples together on a common cause like liberty, justice, and freedom for all. This is what we're talking about. But if we reel it back in, this also applies to ourselves. There are diverse parts of yourself as well. So let's look at that. Let's dive into that and take a look at the importance of personal integrity and the state of your union. When I talk about the state of your union, I am talking about integrity. Here's 3 ways to improve your union. I'm going to get into that in a moment, but right now let's talk about integrity, which is really a key factor here. Because, well, Ralph Waldo Emerson had it right. Nothing is at last sacred but the integrity of your own mind. By nature, our mind has 2 lobes, and it's in conflict. It causes lots of stress in our life. But it's our responsibility to bring cohesion to ourselves, to unify those opposing parts of ourselves. I wish I had a graphic, but I don't. So I'm just going to dive into explaining this. It's very common. You've probably heard about it before. It's a Native American attitude towards the union of yourself. And it basically goes that in every man and woman, there is 2 wolves. And the one you feed the most is the one that wins. So what if one of those wolves was union and the other one was division? That would be the 2 main points to be aware of when it comes to ourselves and what causes us stress and struggle in our life. It's an internal struggle, first and foremost, that results in evidence out here externally. And more often than not, the ego is so quick to point the finger. Oh, it's that, 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 it's that. But when I'm pointing my finger, notice how many pointing back at me? There's 3. It's my responsibility, personal responsibility. This is the most important duty we have to preserving our greater union, and understanding it. So let's look at this a little closer and see what we are talking about. Before I get in, let's do a little housekeeping real quick here. Please show your support by liking, following, and sharing this video. The more people that understand these fundamentals, the better off we all are collectively. This is my mission in life, is to bring awareness to the fundamentals of being human and how they are the key to prosperity, to thriving, to an enlightened civilization, a world where love prevails. As I go through this, let me know what stands out for you. Drop a hashtag #FoundFun down below anytime I mention anything that resonates with you. That's the way I get feedback, so I understand what's of value to my audience so that I can continue to deliver more and more of that value. So let me know what really stands out for you by putting a hashtag #FoundFun down below as you're watching the video to inform me as to what it is that you really appreciated hearing and integrating into your life experience. As a thank you to those who've attended this video, I'm giving away 3 complimentary firsthand experiences of a present moment perspective. It's a $350 value. Take advantage. But there is a catch. I'm into creating win-wins. You might have saw my live a little earlier about creating win-win-wins, where a world where there is no losers and everybody wins. It's possible. So in any transaction you undertake, make sure that there's fair exchange going on there, that everybody is getting what they want out of that relationship, including the whole of humanity, the whole of the world. That's where I come up with the triple win, 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 win. Because let's say that you were a client of mine and I was into, I don't know, cleaning up oil spill or some other environmental thing, right? And you hired me to do the job. Well, you're going to win, obviously. I'm going to win because I got a job. But then who else is going to win? Everybody else, the environment, the world. Collectively, we're all going to win. And as much as you can, endeavor to be aware of the bigger impact of your actions in life. This is what personal responsibility is at the end of the day. So here's the catch real quick so you can understand how to get your own complimentary firsthand experience of a present moment perspective with me on the phone in no less than 15 minutes. It's a very quick process, and it will change your outlook on life in so many ways. So here's how you can get that. Here's how it works to win. Drop a present down below. I'll reply with a moment. When you see that reply, you're going to come back and you're going to reply with perspective. You're going to complete the phrase, present, moment, perspective. So we get a little going back and forth there, right? Does that make sense? Simple and easy. I've heard of some people say that it's very complicated, but to me, it doesn't seem very complicated. It's just simply staying aware of the comments that are going on below and playing along so that we get a little back and forth. That's the whole point of that. Present, moment, perspective. Boom, done. I'll send you the details by Messenger here on Facebook and how you can book that with me. All right? It's all about creating win-wins. Win-win-wins. All right. I'm going to ask you to please introduce yourself. Let me know who's here and who's watching this right now. I see you there, and I want to know who you are. So please share with me and the rest of us who you are, basically. Like, where are you from? Where are you watching this video right now? That always fascinates me because who knows? You could be all the way over in Africa or Australia and be just randomly catching this video. Of course, it's not random. That's where intentions come in play. When things show up in your life, learning to trust the perfection of that is a very empowering experience to have. Also, let me know what your expertise is. My specialty is working with experts and entrepreneurs, making a real difference in this world. I want to empower those people that understand the win-win-win philosophy. That it's not just about them or their customer and client, but it's about the whole as well. The whole of us as a species. If you're catching the replay, also let me know by putting a hashtag replay down below. And that way I can circle back around and make sure that you don't have any unanswered questions. And also just to touch base and get to know you and find out what it is you got out of this. So if you're here catching the replay, let me know by dropping a hashtag replay down below. Perfect. That's all the housekeeping we've done. Back into the problem, right? We've never have we distrusted and suspected each other of deception more than today. Thanks to the media, big tech, organized religion, political parties, and all the other external and all the other external realities, all the other external authorities that make it their business to tell us what's best for us. Have you not noticed how rampant this is? And maybe you don't notice it because you don't know any better. That was my case until I discovered a present moment perspective and deepened my self-awareness and understood that I'm my own source. I'm my own authority. Nobody is above me. Nobody is higher than me on this earth. Start to revere that as yourself. We'll go into what I call self-referral here in a moment, and that's really looking to yourself for the answers. Stop looking outside yourself. There's nothing out there. Everything your heart desires, well, where's your heart? Right there. It's an actual, it's a circular torus of energy that creates our reality. So you are the source. It comes from here and it returns here. And it's that simple. What else did I put on here? So make sure. So do you understand what I'm talking about? It's not us deciding to distrust each other and be skeptical or leery of each other. That is by design. Divide and conquer. And one of the quickest ways to eliminate that friction in our society is start looking to yourself first and foremost. That's the most important thing. The state of your union with yourself as your own authority, as your own source. I know at first it can be terrifying because we have grown up, we've been raised in a society that emphasizes that external reality is superior. The external reality is the source. Medicine will heal you. Well, if you ever stop and think about this, when you break a leg, is it the cast that heals your leg and heals that break? No. The cast just keeps everything from moving around and causing some sort of deformity in the healing process. It's your own body doing the healing. So the less you buy in to the scam of a lifetime that you are lacking certain chemicals, you are lacking certain things in your body, and you need something outside that just happens to cost $29.95, that's your first red flag right there. If somebody is selling you something, claiming that you need this, it's a slippery slope, because then the next thing you need is something else and something else and something else. And it just gets worse and worse and worse. Let me hide this. And let's dive into these three things. I'm going to throw that back up real quick here. So we have an understanding of what we are talking about. The importance of personal integrity and the state of your union. That's a scroller. We don't want a scroller. All right. 3 things you can do to reinforce the state of your union and really make it a priority in your life. Let's go into it right now. Numero uno. I've been talking about this ad nauseum already. If you haven't got the message, pay attention. Put yourself first, not your ego.